Hi everyone, it's Nicole and I'm here with the 7th layout using the December hip kit. This one took me 51 minutes to complete, and I actually pulled in a sheet from the October kit. I actually got 10 layouts done with this kit. I don't think I'm going to get any more done. I don't have any more embellishments. I just have a few little things left. I have a couple sheets of pattern papers because I had the add-on pattern paper, so I might have one or two sheets left, the cut apart sheet, but I have no embellishments left, so I'm just going to move on to the January kit. And I'm going to be uploading 2 layouts 2 days in a row, um, because I missed one day there just because my back was giving me some troubles. So I really love that pattern paper that came in the October kit, and I wanted to use it as a background back then, and I didn't get to do it. So I thought it would go well with the Amy Tangerine black pattern paper, and then that one there with the gray hearts, and then the cut apart, not the cut apart, but the one that had sort of those, I don't know, little bands that are kind of crooked, and the backside is yellow and tone on tone yellow polka dots. And I just thought it would all go well together. And then I had a little scrap left of the orange polka dot from the October kit, and I'm going to use it on this layout. And I just found it coordinated with that photo. I've scrapped this selfie before, but this page here, I want to make it on my one little word for 2015, and I don't have a ton of selfies, so I just thought I would scrap it again. And then I took a picture of my treadmill. I started getting on the treadmill again, and then I took a picture of my Fitbit, and this was on January 8th, and I think that's the day that I started going on the treadmill every day since that day. I started doing my 7 steps a day since January 1st, but I quickly noticed that if I don't go on the treadmill, that is really hard to do, and especially on the days that I work. But even days that I don't work, I mean, there's just so many times you can go. It's not as if it's nice out. It's like today, for example, it's minus 35 with the wind. Like, that's ridiculous. I think it's like minus 22 Fahrenheit. Like, it's so cold. There's no way you could go outside. So I decided to start going on the treadmill. So my one little word this year is energize. And everything that is, and I'm going to put energized. I don't know. I did this during my night shifts and stuff, and so it's going to say energize the whole time, and I'm like, no, it's energize. It's like the verb part of it. But anyway, so once I notice, I just take the D off before I take the pictures, and then I take the little wood veneer that has the little, it's sort of a function. The Avalicious wood veneers are all has to do with, that was hard coming out, with your camera. So this is the sports function, the little guy on your camera, that's for the sports function. I'm going to put that instead of the D because I thought it was really related, because, I want to exercise daily so that I get more energy, and I want to eat healthy so I get more energy. And just, to be more positive, because that just creates positive energy. And, I put, what did I put? If I scrap a lot all year, that's, for me, that energizes me, because that's what is my happy place. So that sort of gives me energy, because it makes me positive. I love it when I get time to scrapbook. totally love it. It just makes it so that it makes me happy. So when you're happy, you're more positive. When you're more positive, you have more energy. So that's going to be my word this year is energize. Last year it was breathe. There was just so much going on that it was almost like, just breathe. Just breathe and just take a minute and just, So this year I want to take control. I want to get more energy and just get more stuff done. So I want to use some modeling paste, and that color really the background really matches with the Stampin' Up! Crisp Cantaloupe ink. So I put that in my modeling paste, and now I'm going to use a Tim Holtz template, and I'm just going to add some just texture to the page. And then I took those strips that you can cut up, those wonky strips I get from Amy Tangerine. I'm going to put one at the bottom and the top of the layout. And now I'm just taking my heat tool and drying that up. Like I said, this was a fairly quick layout. I printed the pictures on my Canon Selfie. I mounted it on that orange and white polka dot paper. I'm going to then mount it on some vellum, and then I just take some scraps from the kit, and there's the black and white and then the heart one from Amy Tangerine, and I'm just going to build some layers, and then I'm just trying to use up the stuff from the kit. So I cut apart some flowers from the Amy Tangerine pattern paper, and I just love those flowers. And that's basically how I use that, almost that entire sheet of pattern paper is just by cutting it apart. Now I'm using my tiny dots or sticky dots from Thermo Web, and I didn't have an E, so what I did was I just took an F, and then I took two sort of little, I guess, dots, but they're squares in that alphabet. Instead of being round dots, they're square. So, and I'm going to do my E with those. And I love using the sticky dots because they just make it easier to put those acetate sheets down. And then I'm going to use the Teresa Collins tiny letters or tiny stickers, and I'm going to do, the title is one little word, and again I put energized, but it's energize. So I'm going to take the D off, and I think it's basically going to stay on the layout the entire time. It's when I went to take the pictures, I was like, hey, that doesn't look right. But that's what happens when you scrap after a night shift. It's just like phew, nothing. Even if it doesn't make sense, you just go with it. And sometimes, after working all night, and then I have a 20-minute drive home, so I have to, be really fully awake. And then you go out in that cold, believe me, you get awake no problem. And then to come home and just say, okay, yeah, now I can go to bed, it doesn't always work that way. So that's why I scrapbook, just to try to wind down and kind of tire myself out. So there was a round die cut from the Amy Tangerine. No, actually those I got from, I went to my October kit. I'm really running low on some of the die cuts. So I went to my October kit and got from the Maggie Holmes open book, I got a round die cut, and it was black, and I just kind of put it so it was a base for that flower. I got another one, and it looks like sunshine, I guess. I'm going to cut it in half. I'm going to put half of it under the flower, and then half of it under or by the title. And again, sunshine reminds me of energy, and so that's why I want to put on the layout. I had a piece, just a part of a tag that I had cut the top off or the bottom off for another layout, so I'm going to use the top for this layout. I'm going to use a couple of paper clips that were from this month's kit. And then I'm going to use 2 wood veneers. Like I said, you're going to see it in the close-up, the little sports guy. And then the other one just says selfie. And then a puffy sticker that just says love. And the other one's just like an enamel dot, but it is a puffy sticker. There was a photo corner that came in the kit. I'm going to put that to the bottom right of that photo cluster, and then that's where I'm going to put the year 2015. And then there was, from the Maggie Homes, there was the letter E. So I put E for energy. And now I'm using my template that is from Amy Tangerine. I'm using the plus sign because, again, plus, energy. And then I'm gonna stitch it with the black thread that came in the kit. Oh, and then there was another little puffy sticker that was a star, and I'm gonna end up putting that to the top of the layout. So again, just really quick. I'm not gonna film the entire thing of doing the stitching because that's kind of boring. But what I end up using or doing is I separate the thread whenever I can. And there's some thread, there's a company of thread that I'm going to use in a couple of layouts, and it's intertwined, so you cannot separate it. So I end up using it in the full, but usually I try to separate it so it's 3 strands, and I have such a hard time putting it through the needle. Eventually I'm going to go look for my little needle threader and I put it through with that. So this page is pretty much done. I'm just going to show a little bit of stitching and then it'll be done. I do add some India ink in on a couple of spots on the layout, and that's going to wrap up this layout. So right now I'm still doing the 7,000 steps a day. And as you can see on this layout, I had, 9,000 steps. So I go on the treadmill about an hour a day. And then whatever, extra I do, that's just bonus. But I usually try to go for an hour a day and try to build up some energy. So that's it. I'm going to show you some close-ups of the layout. And that's it. The page is done. So if you're enjoying these videos, if you wouldn't mind giving me a thumbs up just to let YouTube know. So thanks for watching. Bye.